Imagine you're extremely short of breath. You have the feeling like you can't get enough oxygen into your lungs. This causes you to be extremely dizzy. You have severe joint pain in your kneecaps and your ankles. All of this from climbing a few flights of stairs. You take daily insulin injections for your type 2 diabetes. You're self-conscious, and you deal with food urges daily. A lot of these are symptoms and side effects of being overweight or obese. Obesity is a worldwide epidemic. Over 65% of the world's population live in regions where obesity kills more people than being underweight does. Obesity, as defined by the Mayo Clinic, is a complex disorder involving excessive amounts of body fat. Obesity isn't just a cosmetic concern. It increases your risk of disease and health-related problems such as heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. I know from my own personal experiences that being obese is not healthy or happy. It's not a healthy or happy lifestyle. My audience analysis showed me that many of you think obesity is a severe sickness that needs to be dealt with, and that going to the gym can help this. So today I'm going to show you why obesity is a sickness. I'm going to talk about some ways to prevent and fight it. So first I want to talk about why obesity is so bad for you and why I take it seriously. Extra weight makes you more likely to have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Both of these conditions make heart disease and stroke more likely. Most people who have type 2 diabetes are overweight or obese. You can cut the risk of developing type 2 diabetes out by losing weight, eating a balanced diet, and exercising. And we'll talk about more of those later. Some more health-related conditions that correlate with obesity are cancers. You can get cancer of the colon, cancer of the kidney, esophagus. Some studies also report that there are links between obesity and cancers of the gallbladder, ovaries, and pancreas. Sleep apnea is also a health-related condition with obesity. Sleep apnea can cause a person to snore heavily and briefly stop breathing during sleep. Sleep apnea is an unhealthy condition. It can cause daytime sleepiness and is also related to heart disease and stroke. So now you know the series of obesity and what it can cause and some side effects of it. I want to talk a little bit about prevention. So let's start with my first thing, which I want to talk about: education of obesity. The New York Representative Virginia Fox quotes, "The number of kids affected by obesity has tripled since 1980, and this can be traced largely back to lack of exercise and health diet." Education to our younger generation is key, and we should be leading by example. The fight of obesity should start young, and we should teach kids so they know how to fight it, and they'll be able to handle it more of their generation, view how our generation deals with it, which obviously isn't very well. So I think education is a huge thing. More about education is get schools involved, get them to initiate walk to school or bike to school programs where kids who live locally around the school can meet up and get some exercise and bike to school. Maybe have programs where you have groups where kids can volunteer to join, and you teach them and show them to be more aware about what bad foods and what foods are bad for you and what foods you should be eating. Maybe see if the school can start a new lunch program. It's really important to educate people on how a terrible disease obesity is. The next thing we want to talk about is diet. Diet's huge. People think they can just starve themselves to lose weight. This will actually cause your body to go into a fat storing phase, which will cause you to gain more weight, which is terrible. I want to show you the food pyramid quick. So So here we have a picture of the food pyramid. As you can see, up here you have your sugars and candies, which you want to really minimize. And then you have your oils, your mayonnaise, your butter, which are also still terrible. And then down when you get into the lower regions, you have your fruits and vegetables, which is key if you want to truly lose weight and incorporate these into your diet. Up here you have your milk, your cheese, your yogurts, which are good, but they're not the best. Your grains are down here, which are a necessity, but to an extent. You don't want a ton of carbohydrates in your diet. You mainly want your fruits and vegetables, your bananas, your salads, and of course you have your meat. Try staying away from red meat and focus more on chicken. Chicken's really good for you. You can treat yourself once in a while, but so just focus on healthy eating. That's a huge way to fight obesity. And then the last thing I want to talk about is exercise. So Lee Hanley, a former bodybuilder, quotes, "Exercise is one of the best ways of preventing rapid obesity." I think exercise and going to the gym is really one of the only ways you can lose weight besides proper diet. Moving your body, using up some of that stored fat, it's not only good for you, but will also make you feel incredible. When you exercise, your brain releases hormones, and hormones can make you feel really good, make you feel good about yourself, will boost your confidence. So, in conclusion, obesity is an extremely bad sickness and a disease that not only us as a nation, but us as a world should deal with. Exercising and dieting is a lifestyle that many people should incorporate regardless if you are overweight. It takes hard work, patience, and determination, but once you achieve your goals, there's no better feeling. Yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to my speech. I truly appreciate it. Have a nice day.